We all are going through some confusion, some stress in these days, and so am I. During these times, the toughest times that we have ever seen, which we all never thought we were going to be seeing such days. During these times, a lot of thoughts come to our mind, a lot of depression, a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety. And I received a question from a very sweet girl. Plus, I have been receiving questions about how to handle this confusion, this problem, the pain, thoughts, fear. I'm going to be sharing something with you all. This incident happened in 98, 99, around that time. And I used to be working as an assistant director in those days. And I was doing a couple of television series. Working as an AD was a learning process. So I was learning things. And I had a very nice senior friend of mine named Suraj. He's also a friend of mine even today. He taught me a lot about camera work and about editing. I used to sit with him like a young child, learning and adapting. And those were the days of my struggle. And Suraj, if you're watching this one's for you. And those were the days where there were cases about people getting hurt, especially women getting hurt. There were incidents which were a little scary. And one such day, one such night, I got late during the editing. And I remember my sister Nigar, we used to live together, and she kept calling and she kept checking on me. When are you coming home? When are you coming home? And I used to have a bike, and that particular day, that particular night, I didn't even have a bike. So by the time I finished with the editing, it was almost 3 o'clock in the night. And I remember I got out of the studio and came down on the road, and I was hoping that I will get a rickshaw. It was dark, it was late, and I had fear in my heart, and I didn't know what's going to happen. And there were dogs barking on the middle of the road, and it was quite scary, quite scary. And then I remembered a dua that, Ya Shahidu, Ya Waliyu. I kept praying, because when you're alone, when you are fearful, when you're scared, God and prayers are the only thing that you can rely on. In the meantime, a few dogs started following me. And when dogs follow you, because you're a stranger, you're in the night, you're walking alone, and these, stray dogs, they anticipate something. Either they are scared and they start barking. And I kept saying duas. I kept hoping that I'll get a rickshaw. After a certain time, the dogs that were barking at me, the dogs that were scared of me and were making me fearful, making me scared, they started walking with me. And I had no rickshaw. I had nobody there. There were men sleeping on the road, and it was dark, and it was almost 3:30, and I was walking as if I was on a marathon. I was not running because the dogs were with me. So I didn't want to scare them, but I was walking. And that night, the times that I was walking, I was praying, and I reached my home, that night, the dogs walked with me till the time I reached home. That was not their area. That place was not their home. They left their area and they walked with me till my house. It took me a long time to reach home, but when I reached home, I said Alhamdulillah, I prayed, I had a shower, and I went off to bed. Next day morning, I thanked Allah. But you know what? I also thanked those dogs who walked with me. That's the support that God gives you when you reach out to Him. So in times like these, when you don't have a path, where you don't know where you're going, where you don't know who to ask for help, where you don't know that your mind is creating more fears, where you're talking to yourself about uncertainties, where you're talking about to yourself, what next? That is the time that you need to believe. That is the time that you need to rely on God, on Allah, on the Almighty above. And for sure, no matter what anxiety, what problems you're going through, He's going to send you support. That night taught me during my struggle days that even if you don't have money in your pocket, even if you don't have work, if you have faith, on Allah, and that's what taught me to have faith. That's what taught me in life that no matter what you're going through, no matter what your struggle is, if you know that you have one very strong support, not human support, not support to be sought from people who are also having a battle, who are also fighting issues, but from the eternal power above. That power is going to send you support. That belief is going to get you through the tunnel, through the dark patch. I will never forget that walk. I will never forget that walk. That dark night inspired me to live, inspired me to fight, inspired me to understand that that power above is guiding you, is going to help you, is going to send you support. So in these times, hold on to yourself, hold on to your beliefs, hold on to your faith, hold on to the thought that no matter how long the tunnel is, no matter how dark the path is, there's going to be light at the end. I believe there's going to be light at the end, bright light. I hope this journey of mine inspires you. And I'm going to be sharing ideas about how to understand that having pain is okay. It's a way of strengthening you and showing you that you're far more powerful than what you think you are. Thank you so much. Have faith. Hold on. Hold on. And I'm sure we all are going to go through this in the best form, in the best way, and we all will come out winners. Ameen summa ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. Thank you so much for listening to me. Take care. Stay strong.